Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our mathematics class for today, Thursday, January 7, 2021. Telling time half past the hour. Objective. Today we will revise telling time half past the hour. Success criteria. How will you know whether you are successful in achieving the objective of this lesson? I will know that I am successful when I can tell the time half past the hour, write the time as half past the hour. 30 minutes make half an hour. 30 minutes make half an hour. If you notice, this is my clock. All of this that you're looking at is my clock. Now I've shaded half of my clock. So from here, 12, go all the way around to 6 is 30 minutes. So whenever the long hand moves from 12 to 6, it moves 30 minutes. And we call 30 minutes half an hour. So again, when the long hand moves from 12 to 6, it moves 30 minutes. And we call 30 minutes half an hour. Now, from 1 o'clock, the minute hand moves halfway around and points at 6. So 1 o'clock, you know, the long hand would be pointing on 12. So if it's 1:30, the minute hand moves from 12, go all the way around to 6. So it moves 30 minutes around the clock. So the hour hand, just as I explained a while ago, the hour hand does the same thing as the minute hand. The hour hand moves halfway past 1. Here is 1. So the hour hand, which is a short hand, it moves from 1 between, right here, it stops in the middle between 1 and 2. So this means that it is half past 1. So whenever the hour hand moves from 1 and stops in the middle, and the long hand is pointing on 6, then we know that it is 1:30 or half past 1. Half an hour is 30 minutes. Half an hour is 30 minutes. So all of this is half an hour. So this is half of my clock. From 12 all the way around to 6, the minute hand moves to show 30 minutes or half an hour. If school begins at 8:30, how many minutes has passed the hour of 8? Now remember, if it's 8 o'clock, the long hand would be pointing on 12. Instead, right here, the long hand moved from 12 and is now pointing on 6. So it moves 30 minutes around the clock. So if school begins at 8:30, then we know that it is 30 minutes past 8, right? And we read that as 8:30 or half past 8. How many minutes has passed 9? Remember, 30 minutes make half an hour. So if the long hand moved from 12 to 6, then we know that 30 minutes has passed. So this is 30 minutes, right? 30, it's halfway between 9 and 10. So the hour is 9:30 or half past 9. It's the same thing. So we know that 30 minutes has passed. All right, which clock shows 30 minutes past the hour of 3? Now let's look here. The short hand is pointing on 12, that's clock A, and the long hand is pointing on 3. Now clock B, the short hand is pointing halfway between 3 and 4, while the long hand is pointing at 6. So we know that clock B is showing 30 minutes past the hour of 3, or 3:30, or half past 3. So clock B is showing the correct time, 30 minutes past 3, or 3:30. Which clock shows 30 minutes past the hour of 12, or 12:30? Clock A, the minute hand is halfway right here between 12 and 1, while the long hand is at 6. Remember, if your long hand moves from 12 to 6, then we know 30 minutes has passed. So this is actually saying 12:30 or half past 12, while clock B, the minute hand is pointing on 3. So this is not saying 30 minutes has passed. This is only showing 15 minutes past. So clock A is showing the correct time. So clock A is showing half past 12, or 12:30 as we like to say. So it's 30 minutes past the hour of 12. So clock A is correct. Which clock shows 30 minutes past the hour of 6? Again, you have to pay attention to the clock hands. Now this clock A, shorthand is halfway between 6 and 7, while the long hand is on 6. Remember, pay attention now, the long hand is on 6. It means that 30 minutes has passed, or half an hour. And if you look at this time, it is saying 6:30 or half past 6. Clock B, my short hand is between 8 and 7, and the long hand is on 6. So this is telling me that it is 7:30 or half past 7. So remember, the question was asking how many minutes past the hour of 6. So we have to go with clock A, because clock A is showing us half past 6 or 6:30. So it means that 30 minutes has passed the hour of 6. So clock A is the correct, showing the correct time. Now draw hands to show the time and say how many minutes has passed. My digital clock is showing us 5:30. So if you're going to draw hands to show, let's go. We're going to draw hands to show 5:30. So 30 minutes. Remember, our long hand will point on 6. So let's start with the long hand. We extend it down to 6. Now remember, if it's 5:30, the short hand needs to be halfway between what? 5 and 6. So this is 5:30. So 30 minutes has passed the hour of 5. All right. All right, 4:30. Let's draw hands to show and see how many minutes has passed. All right, let's start again with our minute hand. So long hand points to 6. Short hand, we're going to show 4:30. So it's 4:30. So the short hand will point, it will extend between 4 and 5. So it should be pointing in the middle between the 4 and the 5. So this is actually saying 4:30, 30 minutes past 4, or 4:30. All right, 11:30. Let's draw hands to show. Do I put my long hand on 12? No, that would not be correct because over here it says 30 minutes has passed. So remember 30 minutes, the long hand always points on 6 when 30 minutes has passed. Now it's 11:30 or 11:30. So my short hand will point between 11 and 12. It will go in the middle. So this is 11:30 or 11:30. All right, so half an hour is 30 minutes. How many minutes make half hour? Very good. 30 minutes. Half an hour is 30 minutes. All right, so in your writing books, you're going to draw these 3 clocks and you're going to write the time shown. So clock A, the hour hand is halfway, it's between 2 and 3, and my minute hand is on 6. What time is it? Is it 2:30 or is it 3:30? Clock B, my hour hand is between 10 and 11, and my long hand is on 6. What time is it? Is it 10:30 or is it 11:30? Clock C, my hour hand is a short one. It's between 8 and 7, while the minute hand is on 6. What time is it? Is it 7:30 or is it 8:30? Please put the correct time in your book. Extended learning activity. If you have the primary mathematics workbook, then you're going to complete the activity on page 76. If you have the Rediscovering Mathematics book for the Caribbean, grade 1, then you're going to complete the activity on page 185. Now remember, boys and girls, when you're finished, please send me a copy of your work.